Hey Libras, how y'all doing? I hope you're feeling good. I'm here doing June 2018 in advance because that's when usually everybody wants to know about the stuff, so that way you can plan accordingly rather than after the fact. Like, you could have told me this earlier. So June is going to be a big month. We're having more retrogrades join in the mix of the retrograde mania. 2018 is a major year of transformation. It's been happening in 3 stages with the Jupiter-Pluto sextiles. Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, a retrograde. Now we're going to have Mars turn retrograde and Neptune also. Mars is going to turn retrograde on the 26th. And for you guys, this is really kind of awesome because Mars entered Aquarius on the 15th of May, and that is your 5th house of love, fun, and romance. Creative self-expression, being invited to parties, social events. This is where you have a high time to find love. Mars is pure energy. You're confident. You come across very confident, very expressive, and that's sexy. Okay, so you guys will be attracting love. Now, when Mars turns retrograde on the 26th, this is about blast from the past coming back in your 5th house of love and romance. For those of you hoping for somebody to return, it is possible. It's not going to be for all of you. These are general forecasts, but it is a common time with all retrograde planets for this to happen. And with Mars in your 5th house of love and romance and creativity and fun and self-expression and all that stuff, the blast from the past can come back through, your playtime, revisiting old love affairs, even rethinking about them. Okay, but the energy when it's in direct motion all the way up until the 26th for June, okay, so all month you guys are going to be having fun. It's just going to be a really fun month. Mars transiting the 5th house of fun is fun. It is fun. And because you're feeling so confident, because Mars is very sexy, because Mars is very direct energy. Now, it's the ruler of your opposite sign, Aries, which is about self and just going after it and doing it and not asking another's opinion first or seeing how anybody feels, staying in that conflict mode between indecisive people. So Mars is going to make you appear to others a lot more confidently, direct, fearless, smoking. So yeah, you guys are going to have fun with Mars, having him in there for an extra month in your house of fun. Wow, how exciting. I wish that was happening for me. But, it's okay because I have Mars in my sign, so I'm going to be energetic too, which I could really use. But, this is going to be stimulus, being invited places, having fun, fun in the sun, summer. Now, Venus is in Cancer for the first part of June as well. And it will be changing signs into Leo on the 13th. So right now you guys have Venus in your 10th of career. So you guys should be getting the accolades, okay? You guys should be getting some approval, some appraisal, rewards, awards at career, doing well at work. Things are going well. Some of you could have gotten a raise or still can get one before the 13th of June, even after, because you all have different size houses. So this is a general forecast. Some of you might experience this a little bit later. But when Venus moves into Leo, you're going to have Mars in your 5th house of fun and Venus in your 11th house of friends. It's going to be, you can build your social network. You'll be invited a lot. It's going to be a very social month for you guys. Very social, and opportunities for love all around. You get an extended time period. You get 2 months with Mars in your 5th house. And then Venus will be moving into your 11th house of friends, solidifying your relationships, spending more time with them. It's a really good time. And Venus in Leo is fun anyway because it's a lighter energy. It's ruled by the sun. It's about self-expression, being yourself, having fun, romance, and all that. So you'll be spending a lot of time with friends this month. And you'll definitely have a lot of opportunity to have fun and fall in love. And you're likely to fall in love for those of you that are single. And some of you can meet somebody through friends, through your 11th house of friends, through groups and people that you hang out with during from the mid part of the month, the 13th on. Jupiter's still making his way through your second house, bringing you abundance, acquisition, acquiring things, buying things, getting raises, increasing your finances. This is going to come in waves, so it's going to be at different times for all of you, but you are going to increase your finances over the course of this year. Saturn is still going through your fourth house of home, restructuring that, sometimes putting stress on family, sometimes moving, sometimes having problems within the home, things like that. Saturn tests the weakest link, so and it's Murphy's Law, if it can break, it will. So that way you can fix it and build a solid foundation, but it's really, really good for buying a new home, for, fixing up your home, anything like that. Neptune's going to turn retrograde on the 18th, and will be in retrograde motion until November 24th. And for you guys, it's in your 11th house of friends. I'm sorry, your 6th house of fitness. Neptune will turn retrograde, fitness and health. So some of you could have come across some sort of undetectable illness or something with Neptune in your house of health and fitness, because things with Neptune are just not seen. They can come in waves. They can just be passing things like allergies, stuff like that. But overall, you guys will need to reassess your diet. You're going to also be open to trying new ways of doing things as far as your daily chores and routine activities and stuff like that. But diet and fitness and all that stuff will be on review when Neptune turns retrograde, so you guys can make some changes in that area. Juno is in Aries in your 7th house of of partnerships, and Juno's the asteroid of marriage. You also have asteroid Amor in your 7th house of marriage and partnership. Some of you are going to be getting into a relationship. I know I've been saying this, but this year is really about partnerships. It's a numerology 2-year, which is about partnerships. And you guys are having a love transit right now from what I can see. So, you know what? Live it up and have fun and get out there, because for those of you single, you can find your true compatible partner. And those of you that are in a relationship, love looks really good. You're going to have fun, and even spending a lot of time with your children, if you have children. Now, there's going to be a new moon also in Gemini at 22 degrees Gemini on the 13th. And this is in your other sister sign. And that's in your 9th house of higher learning. Expansion, philosophy, all that stuff, trying new things, exploring, politics. It does show a new moon there that some of you could be graduating or starting a new course, either or. Or some of you might decide to start a new course and expand your learning. Go back to school, all that stuff. You will have the Sun and Mercury there also for most of the month, until Mercury changes signs on the 29th. So for the whole month, you'll have the Sun and Mercury along with this new moon in your 9th house of higher learning. This could also be travel. Maybe you decide to travel, go somewhere, take a vacation. But it's ultimately a fun house. It's about expanding your horizons. So this can be in many different ways, whether you're learning something new, learning a new language, going back to school, taking a course, going to visit something new, whatever it is, study, research, you'll be wanting to expand. So yeah, it looks like a great month for career with Venus transiting in Cancer all the way up until it changes signs and moves into your 11th house of friends. So it looks like a really good month for getting those accolades, people appreciating you and telling you publicly, and public awards and things at career, career advancement, taking on more responsibility, getting praise. So it looks like an awesome month actually for you guys for love and everything, especially having Mercury for an extended stay in your 5th house of fun. Wow, lucky, lucky, lucky. And then lastly, there's going to be a full moon in Capricorn. And that's going to be on the 27th of the month. And it's going to occur at 9:52 p.m. And that's in your 4th house of home. So any of you guys waiting to close a deal on a home, mortgage or whatever, you can definitely hear about it then. Some of you might decide to make some changes in the home. Some of you might decide to, with Saturn there, obviously you're going to be restructuring the home too, taking it very seriously. Maybe having to deal with some challenges there because Saturn likes to challenge us. But this new moon here can also point to, the full moon, illuminations about family, history, things coming out from the past, blasts from the past. But usually it's just, our emotions are heightened, and so we can make decisions, see things clearer. Things can become illuminated. I'm going to do a special on the new moon and the full moon, so do check back for those. But there's a couple of days I want to say just to be cautious of, and that is on the 5th when Venus will oppose Pluto. It can be stressful in terms of relationships, and since you guys will have Venus in your house of friends and Pluto in your 4th house of home, just be careful about getting into altercations, being pushy, being demanding, my way or no way. It just can be confrontational energy, but it is a good time to say what's on your mind if you are having problems in your relationship and you want to address those, because you're not going to be willing to tolerate them on this day. This day is one of those flare-up potential days, so just be cautious of that. And then also, Mars is going to oppose Venus. Venus is going to oppose Pluto on the 5th, and then Venus is going to oppose Mars on the 21st. So Venus and Mars opposite can be, conflict between the opposite sex. So just be careful with that too, also if you're in a relationship. But it is magnetic energy as well. Opposites attract. Venus and Mars are the astrological lovers. So, having Mars also transit through your 5th house of love, romance and stuff. And then Venus in your house of friends, just be cautious about becoming too demanding or argumentative. Now, this can also be the reverse where somebody is with you. But just keep it cool if you don't want to have any confrontation, because the month looks fabulous for you guys in terms of having fun, spending time with friends, getting career accolades right now. You guys are the star with Venus in your 10th. Everything looks really good. There'll be, a couple of days just to be cautious of. Like I said, the 5th and the 21st when Venus will oppose Mars, and the 5th when Pluto will oppose Venus. So other than that, the month looks fantastic for you guys. I'm so awesome to deliver this news. I'm so awesomely happy to deliver this news to you. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up if you want. And also, if you would like to subscribe, please do. But be sure to check the bell in order to get notification of my uploads. Otherwise, you won't. So here's to you, Libras, wishing you an awesome June 2018. Thank you so much for listening.